All right, my friends, we're going to solve this system of two equations by first using algebraic methods, and then we're going to confirm our answer by graphing. So we have two equations for two unknowns, y equals x plus 1 and y equals root 7x plus 15. One way to reduce the number of unknowns is by substitution. So what we're going to do is substitute the expression for y from the left in for y on the right, and so we'll get x plus 1 equals root 7x plus 15. My next move would be to square both sides, and so x plus 1 would become x plus 1 squared, and the action of squaring would get rid of the square root sign. Finally, what I would do is FOIL the left side or expand it, and so this will give you x squared plus 2x plus 1 if you expand this. First outer, inner, last, and then the right-hand side is still just 7x plus 15. My next move would be to combine like terms on the left. So x squared is already on the left. You have 2x on the left, and then if I subtract 7x from both sides, you would get 2 minus 7 gives you negative 5. And then finally, I would subtract 15 from both sides, so that would give me 1 minus 15 is minus 14, leaving me with nothing on the right and a quadratic on the left. Well, that quadratic can be factored. I need two numbers that multiply together to give negative 14, but add together to give negative 5, and that's going to be negative 7 and positive 2. So that's been factored. This equation would give you answers of, say, x is either equal to 7 or x is negative 2. But you need to check those by plugging into the original equations. Well, x equals 7 actually works, because then you'll get y equals 8 if you plug it into this first equation. And if you plug it into the second, you'd get y equals root, 49 plus 15, or root 64. Which would also be 8. So x equals 7 actually works. That's the x value of our answer. Let's check x equals negative 2. Well, negative 2 plus 1 would be negative 1. And then if we try plugging it in here, you would have the square root of 1, ultimately, which is not the same as negative 1, so it does not work. So x equals 7 works. And so if x equals 7 is the x value of our solution, then the y value of our solution would be 7 plus 1 equals 8. So the solution is x equals 7 and y equals 8. All right, now that we've found the solution algebraically, we're supposed to confirm it by graphing. So what we're going to do is graph both of these functions. So notice the first one is x plus 1. So I'm simply going to put x plus 1 as the first function and hit enter. And then what we need to do is put in the other function, which is root 7x plus 15. Now my style on this is I'll put 7x plus 15 in parentheses, 7x plus 15 in parentheses, and then I'm going to raise it to the 1/2 power or to the 0.5 power. So that's the same as the square root of 7x plus 15. So now I'm going to hit enter. So now those two functions are entered into the calculator, okay? Well, so if we graph that, so I'm just going to hit the graph button here to graph those two functions. There's the line, and there is the square root function. And you notice they do happen to cross right there. And so what we're going to do is figure out, confirm by graphing, well, exactly what the solution is. And so the way to do this is you go to, there's this calc menu that's here. And so what you want to do is hit your second function button and then hit that calc. And then what you're going to do is kind of mouse down to intersect. So you just hit enter on intersect. And now what it's doing is it's saying first curve. It's saying which curve do you want to be the first one? Well, I'm going to have the first curve be this line. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of toggling along the line with this arrow. And I'm going to tell the calculator, yep, that line's my first curve. Now it says second curve. And you notice there's a cursor now that has appeared on the square root function. And yeah, I'm down with that. That's my second curve. So, okay, calculator, I want that square root function to be my second curve. Now it says guess. And so what you want to do here is, well, just be reasonably close to where they cross together, which we already are. And so I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to make my guess that it crosses around here. And it says intersection is x equals 7, y equals 8, which is what we found from algebra.